Today I'm going to have a quick look at A Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Let's take a look at the blurb. Makoto Kono, all the Japanese names I'm going to mispronounce, I apologise in advance, is a junior in high school. She's good friends with her childhood friend Kazuku Tsuda and transfer student Chikaka Mayama. They pretend play baseball after school every day, but their relationship starts to change drastically when Makoto acquires the ability to leap through time. Relive the beauty of the timeless story in the manga adaptation of the acclaimed anime feature film The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Right, so high school girl who has the ability to time travel. Now, that does sound a bit familiar. Wait a minute. I've reviewed one that seems quite very similar. It's called The Girl Who Runs Through Time. In fact, both credit the same person as coming up with the original story, and both seem to be adaptations of the same original story. So, what's the difference? Well, I quite like this. I didn't think it was brilliant, but it's still quite good. You can check my original review out on my channel. I did it a few months ago. So, how does this one compare, and what's the differences? Well, it's the same basic plot line. The character has a different name. She's in high school in both cases, and she has the ability to travel through time in both cases. In A Girl Who Runs Through Time, she spent most of her time trying to work out what was happening, or how come she could time travel, and she didn't have the ability to control it. It happened at various plot important moments, basically, driven by the plot. In The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, it's much less of the mystery of, well, how come I can time travel? I'll try and work out what happened to me and why I can do it. It's more of, how can I use this to my advantage? The key difference is that in The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, the main protagonist can do the time travel thing at will. By time travelling, I don't mean the sort of usual DeLorean style that you see in fiction, where somebody uses some mechanism to travel through time, and they travel through time but not space relative to the Earth, and appear where they were standing in the past. In this version, the time travel is more mental, in that your memories of events past are sort of like transmitted back to your future self. So it's as if you've been in, as if you'd lived your life and then travelled back in time to your previous point in your life. Only nothing physically comes back. It's just you get the ability to relive the events and change them, and change the outcome of the events. It's a lot more interesting story, even if the basic overline is roughly the same. The ending is sort of the starting and the start and the end are vaguely similar. What actually happens is different, basically because the protagonist can manipulate time on her whim, and basically uses it to start playing around. It's like she does things such as use it to cheat on a test, does the test, doesn't do very well, travels back in time, gets 100% with her knowledge of the answers, and things such as like avoid social situations which are annoying to her, don't want to talk to a person, travel back in time, walk down a different way. Of the two, I think I prefer this one slightly better. They're both good reads. If you like the sound of the concept, you might want to pick up both of them, because even though the story's similar, it's different enough to justify reading both. If you like the sound of the concept but only want to pick up one, I'd just go for this one. It's only one volume long. It's not a series, it's just a short story. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the other adaptation as well, but enjoyed this one, and I'd recommend you having a look at it.